Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. We are Dulce, Inti, Linda, Kayla, and Sylvia. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of reading strategies. And trust me, it's not just about turning pages, it's an essential skill in language learning. Reading helps students improve their vocabulary, spelling, and grammar naturally. The more students read, the better they get at understanding the language and building their writing skill. Reading also exposes students to real examples of English writing, which support their overall learning. What can you tell us about the principle of teaching reading, Dulce?
Well, Sylvia, let's talk about it. I'll give you a list of teaching reading principles that are important to keep in mind. So, the first one is encourage students to read often as much as possible. And this must be both inside and outside the classroom. The next one will be make sure students are engaged and interested in what they read. The next one is help the students to respond to the meaning of the text, not just focus on grammar or vocabulary. The number 4 is teach students to predict content before reading by looking at titles, pictures, or headlines. The next one is match reading materials to a student level and interests. The text shouldn't be too hard or too easy. And the last one, but not less important, is use reading materials fully by combining them with speaking, writing, and vocabulary activities. So, Kayla, what can you tell us about the main issues and suggestions for teaching reading?
One big challenge that teachers face is choosing texts that are authentic but not too difficult. Beginners often struggle with authentic texts because of unfamiliar vocabulary or complex structures. To help, teachers can use graded or simplified readers that still use real English but are easier to understand. Motivating students to read outside class is another issue. Providing a library with a variety of books and setting aside reading time during lessons can encourage more reading. Also, giving students chances to share their thoughts about what they have read can keep them interested. So, Inti, what can you tell us about some examples and personal experiences using these techniques?
Well, Kayla, to give some examples, when teaching reading, we use different techniques. For example, we have extensive reading, where students read longer texts, mostly for pleasure and general understanding. We also have intensive reading, which focuses on shorter texts with detailed study of vocabulary, grammar, or text structure. We also have scanning, which means quickly looking through a text to find a specific information like names, dates, or numbers. And also we have skimming, which is reading faster to get a general idea or main points without focusing on every word. But I can say also that in my own experience, during our reading and writing workshop class, we use this technique a lot. For example, we read an article about Obama's strategies to engage young voters. First, we guessed that topic by looking at the title. Then we skimmed the text to understand the main ideas. We also scanned the article to find specific information, for example. After that, we read more carefully line by line to fully understand the details. So these techniques really helped me improve my reading skills and made the process easier and more effective. So, Linda, what can you tell us just for finish? Can you share your final thoughts?
Well, I can say that we've had a productive time, girls. And to conclude, teaching reading will mean encouraging students to read regularly, selecting materials suited to their level and interest, and helping them engage with that text's meaning. When reading is enjoyable and meaningful, students improve faster and become confident readers. And thank you for listening to our discussion about teaching reading. We hope it's been useful and inspiring. And remember, patience and creativity are important in helping students develop strong reading skills. Teachers should support students every step of the way. And to our listeners, what can you tell us about your favorite way to practice reading in English? Think about it, and we look forward to sharing your responses in the next episode. Bye!